Today, I'm going to show you how my video set went from this to this. So today's video is something I've wanted to do for a long time, talking about the studio and how it works, what gear I use, etc. But I couldn't really make that video because I didn't have everything in order. But I've been getting some stuff in the mail from ordering it online, and there is actually an unboxing episode that hopefully came out last week talking about all that stuff, which will be linked in the end screen if you want to watch that after this. But now I've got everything in order. The studio is perfectly functional. So I am going to grab my phone and take you on a little tour of the space where I make all these videos. All right, let's do this thing. So let's start with this setup right here. This is where I sit. That is where my butt is in this chair. It's just a cheap folding chair, and when I'm not using it, I kind of just tuck it in under here. So let's talk about main setup gear. So this right here is my beast of a camera, the Canon 80D. This is what I use for all of my videos. It is a beast. Then the lens that's on it is the kit lens, the EFS 18-135 f3.5 to 5.6. So this lens is pretty much always zoomed out at 18 so I can shoot at f3.5 and get a nice shallow background over here. Then this is something new you would have seen in the unboxing episode. This is an old 19-inch TN panel monitor, which is actually plugged in via HDMI to the camera right here. And it's on a used Vivo monitor stand. So there's just a big pole with the monitor on it. And then, yeah, as I mentioned back here, it's connected via HDMI to the camera. Then up here is my huge key light. This is one of these small umbrella lights with a big softbox on it from Neewer, as you can see right there. That is what I'm using for lighting, and I will mention right here, if you want to see more details on how I do my lighting for my videos, I made a dedicated video all about lighting, which I will link in the description box down below. Alright, let's talk audio. Right here, this is the Rode VideoMic Pro. It's underslung on the camera, so when I'm sitting here filming, it's right below where the camera can see. And this is great because the microphone can be much closer to me instead of being, way over there on top of the camera. It is hooked up on this Neewer boom arm. I actually have two of those, using a 3.5mm extension cable that's Velcro tied to the boom arm. And then it actually runs through this. This is the Behringer Xenyx 302 USB. And it's a Xlr audio interface, but it also has a 3.5mm input and has a dedicated channel for controlling it. So I can, on the fly, adjust EQ, pan, output volume, and gain, which is great. And if for some reason I want to line in using an RCA input, I can do that as well. This mixer is plugged in via USB to a power adapter behind my desk. And then using the RCA out, it runs all the way over to the camera and plugs right into the 3.5mm microphone port. All right, other things on this table. This is just the miscellaneous gear table. Sennheiser HD 471Is. These are my monitoring headphones, my more balanced style headphones. These are just my Tautronics Bluetooth headphones. I just kind of keep them here because I don't really want to put them in the background on my desk. This is just the cable for the headphones because sometimes I use them when I'm sitting over here. A pair of scissors, you never know when you need to unbox something. Ball head for a tripod. And then this is my little photography tent. I have the cable right here, and I have an extra power adapter back there. So I can set up a tripod kind of right here and then film this or take pictures if I want to be using this photography tent. On the floor over here, we have my phone charging cable, my laptop charging cable. Then on the desk is where things get interesting. So here's my laptop. This is the 2019 MacBook Pro 13-inch. base model. And then above it is another one of those 19-inch TN panel monitors, same as that one over there. I got them in a pack of 2 off eBay. Very good deal, very good seller as well. So this is what I just keep on in the background of my videos, and this is kind of my editing workstation. I also have a little drawer here, kind of keep a lot of my gear, because I don't have a keyboard down here. I have my laptop keyboard. So, you know, my hard drive, my dongle. I haven't actually shown this new one on camera. It's from Ugreen. It has charging pass-through, HDMI, USB, and micro SD and regular SD card slots, which is great. And then I do have a couple of mice down here that I use on occasion. Over on this side I have my Google Home Mini. Not really that interesting. I just kind of use it for listening to music or setting timers. Then this is a little desk lamp that I use as a practical. It has a piece of yellow cardstock just to make it, you know, look like a warm light in the background. Then over here, this is my Xlr microphone, which is actually this red cable runs up and down underneath the desk, connects to a black cable, then runs past this wall and into this mixer. So this is what I use if I'm sitting at my desk and I want to record some audio. I'll just pull this over, and then I can grab the headphones to monitor audio, and then the mixer is also connected to this USB hub. So all I have to do is take this USB cable, plug that into my computer using a dongle of some sort because there's no USB-A ports. Then I've got, you know, studio desktop audio ready to go at a moment's notice. Just one other thing too is I have a couple of gym weights down here in case I need to anchor something to the floor because there's something really heavy. Sometimes I'll have a tripod and I'll have it kind of leaning over a little bit because I want to get an overhead shot. So that's really great for anchoring stuff to the ground. A couple of last second quick hitters right here. This is a old kind of mechanical external hard drive. It's 300 gigabytes. That's what I use as the time machine backup for my laptop. Then over here, there's a couple of extra things on the floor. This is my camera bag. I just store it in this corner when I'm not using it. So my drone is in here, extra chargers, cables, the flash. Sometimes I need to use that. And then I keep my other lenses in here as well as an extra battery. So this is what I'll pick up if I'm leaving the studio, or I keep a lot of stuff in here while I'm in the studio just in case. I also have my backup camera bag in there, but no one really cares about that. And then over here, this is the extra monitor stand for this monitor because I bought a different stand. There you go. So that is all of the stuff I use when I'm shooting in the studio, and that's all the stuff you see. But there's also the B-roll setup. This is what I've got going on for that. I kind of just keep it in this corner, you know, because I'm not always using it, so it's just kind of here. And I should also mention this extension cable is what powers the monitor, the light, everything like that. So over here I've got a couple of things. One, I've got the second of the pair of umbrella lights. So that's kind of where that guy lives. And it's nice and portable, easily collapsible, so I can just move this around for lighting B-roll. And then also I've got this. This is a K&F Concept tripod. Really great, sturdy metal build. Cost me about $100. And then I have this Neewer camera slider on it. So this is really great for getting some smooth panning shots. That's why it's used for B-roll, because I don't need panning shots for A-roll. Then I just have this ball head on top. This is another Neewer product, a ball head. Then the only other thing is this green screen right here, which is sitting kind of just vertically right now. Normally it's anchored to the ceiling over here. Right now it's not really staying up there that well. So this is what I use. I've used it in a couple of videos. So I'll just anchor it up there and then roll it down. So this entire wall will just be a green screen. And there's not a lot of room in here because, you know, my closet door is behind here. So that's why I just keep it rolled up and then I roll it down if I need to use it. So it looks like that is it for the studio tour. It's a lot of gear packed into a very small space, so it can be a little overwhelming. But that's multiple years of collecting gear. And I know you've probably seen some other people that'll have collections of lenses that started 15 years ago. But I'm not that old, in case you hadn't noticed. So this is about 5 or so years of gear collecting. Like the first piece of gear, like the oldest one, is actually, wait, that microphone back there, the Neewer NW800. That has been around for a long time. Same with the boom arm that it's on. These headphones actually, the Sennheiser ones I mentioned, they have been here a while as well. So what I'm trying to say is that I've been collecting a lot of this stuff for a long time, and I'm finally kind of at a place where I'm really happy with the studio. It's very functional. If I want to film a video, I have to walk in, turn on this light, close the blinds, plug in my computer, and then just start shooting, right? Plug in the extension cable, the light comes on, the monitor comes on, the camera's on, boom, hit record, you're going. And that's really great because it removes a lot of the barriers to making videos, where it's like, you know, the point from getting to idea to making the video is really the toughest part for a lot of creators. So you want to make that as easy as possible. So if I have an idea, I can sit down, make a video, and all of this gear lets me do that with relative efficiency. And I mean, it looks pretty good too. So that's it for this video. I will link a few of the more important products down in the description. Tripod, the lights, see what I can find, see what's still available. So if you want to check that out, that's absolutely something you can do. Just check the description. As I mentioned, the unboxing video for a lot of the more recent products I mentioned, that will be in the end screen. And there's also a playlist of unboxing, so if you want to check that out, you can as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe to the channel for more content made using this great studio I've got set up. And follow me on Twitter at KyleGNew.